This is a door I bought used and we're gonna install it. I'm a guy that lives in Brazil and saves VW buses. More on that later. Let's get into this door build. First thing, we gotta go out to Zona West that I don't know too well. So we're gonna look on the map, get the guy's address, and do a street view, and then we'll look around to see if it's an okay place. It looks pretty good. This blue fence looks like a condominium or something, so it looks like a nice place. Let's go there and let's check out this door. There they are, leaning against the wall there. Oh, here's the door. Bit bent, but it'll be good. It'll work.
Peço que ele dá uma desamassadinha.
Sweet. Hopefully we don't hit anybody, or he doesn't hit anybody. Caramba. Yesterday we brought this door here that's gonna go on this wall. In order to make that happen, we gotta take off this light, move this power. This is actually where the power is getting in, so I think we're gonna move this to be over there in the corner, and then we need to move this angle support beam, like cut it and move it up. We'll put like the door guide on here, bolt some tracks on the floor here, and after it's all installed and closed and everything, then we'll break like from here over. So let's shut this off and start changing stuff. Quality work here. One screw is all you need. So I got this all taken apart, now I just push it back through the little gap. And we're ready to reroute. Look at this. If you need extra, just stretch the wires across. You know? That's economy. Power removed. This is all clear. Took off the light. Now it's just a matter of cutting this brace. I got these two bits of metal that are gonna make the track for the door. This track is gonna sit here like this. Little angle iron on top, and the wheel will just fit onto this and go back and forth on the door. So today we're on the way to the galpão. This guy's gonna come and like weld up some of the roofs, one of the roof supports, so that we can put the door in. We're up early, and we're gonna try and get this done before it gets too warm. This part's not welded, or maybe it was at one point, but it doesn't look too good. Here has a couple tacks. On this side, pretty much the same thing. Welder's just getting here, so hopefully he can weld this up and it'll be a bit better. So I got the welder welding up the corner, and then got the support already in place, so it shouldn't be long till it's all good. Sorto. Thumbs up. So we got the door up, now we just gotta put some supports, just held up by a ratchet strap, you know, getting there. Today we got the light back up, put some wiring across the roof. Got the little wheels clamped in place so we can slide the door back and forth. And now it's time to take down the scaffold and bring it back. We got all this stuff strapped down. Let's see if it stays in this time. Hello. How's it going? So today we got these end bits welded on the door track. Now we're just taking off this metal siding, and then we gotta remove this piece of metal right here, this support piece that runs all the way down. So we'll cut it like in the middle. So I got the support moved up now to like a bit higher. Now I just gotta screw the cladding on again and cut this out. I gotta pause here to put the cladding on because it started to rain. So I'm gonna try and cut some brick. Let's see how that goes. I bought this, I don't know, masonry kind of disc. It seems to fit pretty good on my grinder. I just used the extra grinder nut that I had to put on the backside, and it seems to fit all right. RPM is about the same, so shouldn't have any issues there. Let's start cutting some concrete bricks here. And just to show you guys, the brick here is just like, you can almost just rub this stuff off by hand. It's super, you see that coming off there? This stuff is like super soft, so this should be very easy to cut. So that was with like almost no pressure, just very, very easy. So this shouldn't be too bad. Just barely touch this thing with the grinder, just about falling apart. And like, if I do this other part of the wall, like, I don't know if you can see that, but basically the whole wall is, all this brick is moving, but I mean, man, so you're not held together by much, so might end up just doing the cut up the other wall first. That way I don't end up accidentally knocking down the entire wall, because it seems like that could happen. I'm basically going to try to cut this wall from top to bottom. So I got this board, I got it set level here, and I'm just going to use these two little nubs on the grinder to like follow on the board like this. I'll just push those against the board, and then hopefully that will keep everything relatively square, and I can just follow this up, get a nice straight line, see how it goes. So as you can see, the brickwork is actually not level. Like the straight level line that I've marked out doesn't quite like stay plumb with the bricks, but I would rather just cut it level, so that's what we're doing. That's quick. So on another day here working on the wall. Yesterday I took a few bricks out here. Now I think what I'm gonna do today is like cut in again here at an angle and on the other side as well, and then hopefully I can cut through the entire thing after I do that pass so that it's free. And then I think there might be a couple bits of rebar going through here all the way along, But as soon as we cut those, then this whole wall should hopefully be pretty easy to like maybe even just knock over or take down without worrying about damaging. So I got this part all broken now and got one bit of rebar there that we got break. That's pretty much free. Now that I cut this wall is like, let's see if we can, very wobbly. See that? So I think I'm still gonna try and take it down in bits so I don't like damage the floor. I don't know if this falling would damage the floor or not, but better to be careful. Now I got this all broken. Just got the last layer of bricks, but as you can see, this layer is level with the ground, then it kind of comes up. So I think I'm just gonna break the brick along the line of the concrete, and then we'll have to come in and, I don't know, break this edge or something afterwards. We'll see. So now we got everything, or some of the stuff loaded in here. Still got a few piles. Now we're headed to the eco station. Today, so far, filled up the truck with stone again, brick. Cut this to be correct, and finished up this here, gave it a little bit better finishing, and now I gotta go buy a piece of U channel to like finish this off, like kind of glue it along here. Then I'll weld across to this, across the other side, and to the metal brace up there, and this should be pretty solid. So I got this edge all cleaned up now. Just have to put some mortar, and now I'm gonna break this bottom part and clean it up as well. Cement, 5-to-1. So let's do 2 of these. No, 2 cement, 10 sand. Let's see here. Like half. So I didn't get perfect, but not too bad for first try. See how it cleans up in the end. Got this beam all prepared, all painted up with this extension welded on to help protect the like gap in the door basically. And I got a couple holes here where the rebar that passes through the other wall here is gonna pass through, so we can weld that on. And then this piece is basically just gonna go against here. This is the rebar, that little one up there that's gonna pass through. So now I just need to mix up this adhesive basically, and then we'll spread that up here and glue it on, then weld up those couple little nubs, and we'll be pretty close. I got this shit spread on now. It doesn't look very good, so I don't know how good it'll actually stick. This side's all welded up on the 2 points there and there, glued in. This side I cleaned up, welded up the points as well. Finished the edge, gave it a quick paint job, looks pretty good. So now it's just a matter of taking care of this and adding some drainage. If you want to weld something that's higher than what your welder can reach, you know, just put it on the engine crane, and you'll be able to reach right where you need it, which is right there. Took a few days off because it was just burning me out working on this door. Like, it's been quite a long process. So in those couple days, I worked on the saw, got that up and running. Works pretty good, cuts nice. Probably have a video on this eventually. Did the electrical, so I finished the wiring here and got the lights to work. So this switch works now, which is pretty good. I have some lights working now. Probably have to add some more, but that's it. I started working on this toolbox that we gotta have a video on in the future. Moved the shaper in a few days ago, so we'll have to work on that soon as well. But for today, I'm gonna get back on the concrete work, which is this edge right here. We're gonna need to like shape it a little bit with the grinder and then come in and finish it with concrete, and also figure out some drainage, because like if you can see here, the water's just like running down the driveway and accumulating here when it rains heavy, and sometimes here it rains super heavy. So we need to deal with that. I think I might make like a strip of metal or something here to kind of get the water and take it out there. Not totally sure yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. So let's start. I bought this disc here to do concrete. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but let's give it a shot. So one thing I noticed when I was poking around here is that in this back corner, the cement wasn't taken all the way up to the edge. So I just dug it out, and I figure if there's any cement left over after this, we'll just chuck it in there and try and fill that in, because I might as well. All the other corners are pretty good. So now we're gonna start to add some water, mix this shit up, see how it goes. So I got all the concrete that I'm gonna use here down. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it here. Pretty hard to see in this light, but this is what we got. A bit of a ramp here, and it just goes along like this. It definitely isn't perfect, but I think with a trowel and a bucket, that's probably the best finish that I'm gonna get today. See how this works. If we need to make any adjustments, maybe in the future, like bring this out a bit, but I don't know if that's really necessary, because a car can easily get in from like this side over. Pretty simple. I also tried to leave like a bit of a lip along the top here so that the water just comes and kind of goes in that direction towards the drain that's down there. So I guess we'll just leave it like this, let it set up, and see how it works. The other concrete I'm going to chuck in that hole, like I said. Okay, so here's our finished little corner bit. Just filled that up. So time to do some cleanup around here. So now that we got this door all installed, we can finally start dragging home some old buses to work on and get this place just full of projects. If you want to see another project that I did, check out this video about a old Samba bus that we got going. It's actually a 3-video series. Super cool, one of the first things I filmed, so go check it out and I'll see you in the next one.